Dr. Gabriel Rodriguez, you may approach.
She doesn't have her statement though.
I'll figure it out. Do you have the statement by any chance for Gabriel Rodriguez? You gotta swear in first.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
She's good. All right, appreciate it, David.
Yeah, proceed.
You may.
Please say your name and spell your last record.
My name is Dr. Gabriel Rodriguez, Rodriguez.
What is your current occupation?
I am the school counselor and I work on the recruitment committee for St. Joseph's Academy.
Can you tell us a bit about your credentials, please?
I have a PhD in school psychology from the University of Santa Fe, which I obtained through an online PhD program.
How have you met Jessie Jones?
I met Jessie Jones when she and her mother came to the school on December 2nd to ask me about enrolling.
Can I enter as an expert?
Ask that again?
Can I enter her as an expert for this?
You won't need to. We'll just say she is an expert.
Okay.
We'll just go with that.
What do you know about the WHS bullying policy?
I believe that the WHS bullying policy, which I've read through, doesn't cover enough. It, unlike the SJA policy does. I believe that if bullying is affecting a student's life at school, that conduct should be banned by the school. And schools that allow any form of bullying by one student over another are negligent in their responsibilities.
And then what sort of problems had you identified with Jessie Jones?
I diagnosed her with PTSD after an emotional evaluation.
What sort of test did you take on Jessie Jones to signify the PTSD?
I conducted an emotional investigation on Jessie Jones and diagnosed her with PTSD. And yeah.
You're aware of this, so we're going to refer to Exhibit G.
Okay. All right, so for the jury, this is a diagnostic test for post-traumatic stress disorder administered by this witness on the victim.
Let the record reflect on the showing opposing counsel. May I ask first witness?
You may.
Does this look like a fair and accurate copy of the PTSD sample that you filled out on Jessie Jones?
Yes, it does.
Excuse me?
Is this something that has to happen right now, Molly?
Yes. May we as a jury look at it so I can...
You can see any evidence while you deliberate. Stephens.
What did you learn about Jessie Jones' relationship with the defendant?
I learned that Jessie, I believe that Jessie's PTSD stems not only from Hardy's harassment, or it stems from Hardy's harassment. She expressed strong feelings of helplessness
Just right from your seat so we can hear him better.
She also
It
demonstrated
might be better just right out of your
avoidance
seat so we
by
can hear him better.
Okay.
What, if any, symptoms of PTSD did Jessie Jones show?
The person experienced an event with a threat of actual death or serious injury, recurrent nightmares, making an effort to avoid thoughts, feelings, or conversations about the traumatic event, making an effort to avoid places or people that reminded one of the traumatic event, loss of interest in important, once positive activities, having difficult time falling or staying asleep, and having difficulty concentrating.
Your Honor, may I approach the witness to retrieve Exhibit
You
G?
may.
I would like to enter Exhibit G into evidence. Okay. Let's move back to what you know about the WHS bullying policy. How did you come across the bullying policy?
Mrs. Jones was particularly upset that Waukee High School had not done enough to stop the bullying. As such, I read over the Waukee High School bullying policy.
From what you know, how had this horrible policy affected Jessie Jones?
I believe that the Waukee High School's bullying policy
approach. What are you looking for here?
I'm just asking what she knows about bullying policy. I can skip it if I need to.
You know it wasn't adequate enough, so you know that it doesn't cover cyberbullying,
Okay.
right?
I'll just skip it.
Okay. He's skipping that one.
Okay.
How had Jesse Jones expressed emotions in your psychological meetings?
Jesse expressed strong feelings of helplessness and even fear, and avoided the event by skipping school.
Being an expert in psychological studies, what are the symptoms of being severely intimidated?
There are 6 criteria required to be diagnosed with PTSD. First, they must experience a traumatic incident when they are threatened. Second, they must somehow relive the traumatic experience. Third, they must experience avoidance symptoms. Fourth, they must experience hyperarousal symptoms. Fifth, these symptoms must be present for over a month. And finally, the symptoms must negatively impact a person's life.
What, if any, of these causes did Jesse Jones display?
Jesse displayed avoidance symptoms by skipping school. She experienced a traumatic event through the harassment of Lauren Hardy. And she expressed strong feelings of helplessness and even fear.
And what, if any, specific schooling did Jesse Jones require than in high school?
She will participate in the counseling program in which we will assist her in recovering from the PTSD.
No further questions at this time.
Okay. Cross.
1 second. 1 second. Sorry.
Also, what are the objections that we're allowing?
All of them.
Yeah.
Regulation, relevance, asked and answered, like you said, reading.
The basic.
Leading, asked and answered, speculation, and relevance is on there. I think that was on there too. You don't want this to be one video, dude.